Hey everybody, this is Scoots, and putting out this mini-sode with an excited voice because it's the end of the year. We're really looking forward. 2026, ideally, is going to be the year of joy, sleepy joy and delight with Sleep With Me, and getting as many people involved and having more sleepy joy and delight. The last 2 years have been more focused on making sure it's sustainable and me just going through a lot of tough times, a lot of life events. 2026, I want to bring more sleepy delight and joy to the show, and whether you're new or you're coming back. But the only way that we can do that is if the people that benefit the most, if someone supports the show. So it's if you're one of those people whose life is changed by the podcast, and you can afford to support the show, and you're listening and hearing me right now, it may be only you're listening and hearing me right now. I mean, and that's just the facts of how the statistics work out. And you listen, I guess it doesn't matter how much more you listen than a regular listener. But if the show changes your life on a regular basis, a nightly basis, year after year, and you're listening and hearing me right now, it's either you're going to support the show or someone else is going to support it for you. And if you can't afford to support the show, don't feel bad about it. We have you. That's built into our planning. It is something that brings us joy and delight, making sure the podcast is there for you. If it changes your life on a regular basis and you can't afford to support the show, because I've lived paycheck to paycheck while I've been making the show, so I know what that is like. Even if some part of you wants to give you critical thoughts about that, we are not. If you can't afford to support the show, don't worry about it. We have you. And if you're opting out of supporting the show, that's cool too. You've made a choice, and that's cool. We have you too. That's built into our planning. But there is tens of thousands of people whose lives are changing on a nightly basis. Super listeners who are at least playing this episode right now. They may not be listening to me and hearing me, but it's like when super listeners support the show, you're either you're the one supporting it for you, or somebody else is supporting it for you. And whether they're supporting a sponsor, I just heard from somebody that signed up for Everyday Dose, or they're supporting the show directly, they're taking action. So the podcast will be there in 2026 for them and for everybody else. And this message, again, is only for super listeners, and only for super listeners who are in a position to support the show, but just happen to be putting it off or tuning it out or thinking, no, somebody else will support it for me. I hope so, if that's where you're coming from. Or you can support the show. I'm just trying to get through to that group of listeners. So if you're not in that group of listeners, even though some part of you might want, to be critical or say, hey, you should feel this way about not supporting Sleep With Me. If you can't afford to support the show, we got you. If you've chosen not to support the show, we've got you. If you're new, if you only listen occasionally, we've got you. But if you listen on a regular basis, night after night after night after night, and you haven't decided to support the show, you're the one we need to get a hold of. It's either you or somebody else that's going to support the show right now. And if they do it by December 31st, they're going to save 20% off their first 3 months. We're going to be here. I'm going to be here no matter what, bringing you joy and delight in 2026 for everybody. But I could use your help if you're in that group, that select group of people whose life is changed in a positive way by the podcast 4, 5, 6 nights a week, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 episodes a night, or year after year. And I hope it's you, but it may not be you. Maybe there's 2 people listening, and one of you said, no, maybe, I don't know. That's a lot. Go to sleepwithmepodcast.com, but maybe it is somebody else, and I hope they're listening too. Is it you? Okay, cool. Great. Then we're covered. Thank you. So thanks so much. I'm really looking forward to this year coming up and being here and making it a year of sleepy delight. Maybe sleepy delight. That sounds pretty nice. Can somebody remind me about that? 2026. Now I feel like I know the brothers McElroy always come up with a year for their show, but this will be the first year we're Sleepy Delight. Yeah, thanks so much for listening, and I'll see. I'll be here. Whether this is your first episode ever, your first episode this week, or your first episode in the night. Thanks so much for being here. And yeah, if you want to support the show, sleepingpodcast.com/plus. Thanks.